Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am Idris Sheikh with physics from County Girls College. Today, again, we will try to solve our remaining numericals 19.6 and 19.7. And these numericals, dear students, you know, are related to the topics. One topic which we have completed, that is mass defect and binding energy of an element. Mass defect, again I repeat, the mass difference between the constituent nucleons in the nucleus and the mass of the stable nucleus as given in the periodic table. That difference of mass is known as mass defect or mass deficit of the element. Since every element has mass defect, and due to mass defect, mass deficit, we calculate binding energy of the element for that nucleus. Binding energy means the energy which is required to keep the electrons bound with the nucleus. So that binding energy between the nucleus and the electrons is called binding energy. That binding energy depends on the mass defect per nucleon. Mass defect per nucleon. An element has less value of mass defect, its binding energy will also be less. So mass defect and binding energy of the element have a relation. The more nucleons are added in the nucleus, mass defect per nucleon decreases. Mass defect per nucleon decreases. I again repeat that. Suppose we have Z protons in the nucleus and one proton has mass. There are n neutrons in the nucleus and each neutron has mass mn. So that is total mass of the constituent nucleons. And then we subtract the mass as given in the periodic table, which is called mass of the stable nucleus. So these two masses do not tally. There is a difference between these two masses. If we see how many nucleons are in the nucleus, so we find mass deficit, mass loss per nucleon. Suppose there are A nucleons. So we have divided total mass defect with total number of nucleons in the nucleus. So that mass defect per nucleons shows what is the binding energy, what should be the binding energy of that nucleus. So number of nucleons in the nucleus are increased, mass defect will also decrease and its binding energy will also decrease. So binding energy actually depends on the mass defect per nucleon. So here we have a numerical. There is an element tellurium. That tellurium has mass number 126, means there are 126 nucleons and there are 52 protons in the nucleus of that tellurium. Its mass given in the periodic table is 125.9033 U. U means unified mass, AMU. This may also be termed as atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit of the tellurium as given in the periodic table is 125.9033 U. And it is also given that mass which we obtained from 1 U, the mass which is obtained from 1 AMU is 931.5 MeV, mega electron volt. That is the energy which is obtained whenever 1 U is converted into energy. So let us find what is the binding energy for tellurium. Binding energy of tellurium, we know that there are 126 nucleons. So and there are Z protons in the nucleus of tellurium. And how to find number of neutrons? Number of neutrons can be obtained when we subtract charge number from mass number. 126 minus 52, that is equal to 74. So there are 74 neutrons in the nucleus, 52. Here we are given that mass of one proton. In the numerical we are given mass of one proton is 1.0078 U. That is mass of one proton. Similarly, we are given mass of one neutron, 1.0086 U. So dear students, these masses are given: mass of proton, mass of neutron, and mass of the element in the periodic table, and energy which is obtained by converting 1 U into energy 931.4. So what should be the binding energy of tellurium? Here we have 52 protons, 74 neutrons. So Z multiplied by MP, mass of one proton, 52 multiplied by 1.0078 plus 74 neutrons multiplied by 1.0086. So that is total mass of the constituent nucleons. So dear student, we are finding mass defect, mass deficit, mass defect not per nucleon. So we have removed total number of nucleon. Only we are finding total mass deficit for all nucleons, not per nucleon. So there is only total mass of the nucleus, mass defect of the nucleus. When we divide this with number of nucleons, so that will be the mass defect per nucleon. So here we need total mass defect, total mass deficit of the nucleus. So this will be total mass defect. And now we are subtracting that mass which is given in the periodic table, 125.9033. So there will be, it means that total mass of protons, total mass of proton is 52.004056 plus 74 into 1.0086, that is 170.6364, that is minus 125.9033. So that is total mass defect of the element tellurium. This will be equal to, when we add these two mass value of the nucleons in the nucleus, and then we subtract this mass as given in the periodic table. So that will come out to be 120 125.90 So dear students, now we are finding mass defect of tellurium. This is total mass of nucleons of tellurium. There are 126 nucleons, 52 are protons, 74 are neutrons, and total mass of 126 nucleons is 127.042. But the mass of that tellurium as given in the periodic table is 125.9033. So there is a deficit. There is a deficit between these two masses, and that mass defect, that mass deficit is given by this one, 1.138 U. So mass deficit for tellurium is 1.1387 U. So dear students, this mass is to be converted into energy. So that energy which we obtain by converting this mass into energy is known as binding energy of tellurium. Tellurium has binding energy. But there is a condition. How much energy is obtained when 1 U is converted into energy? In this problem, we are given energy obtained from 1 U is 931.5 MeV. But there is mass to be converted is 1.1387. So, since mass, since energy from 1 U, energy from 1 U is 931.5 MeV. Therefore, energy from 1.1387 U will be equal to 931.5 multiplied by 1.1387. So energy, binding energy for tellurium is 1060 MeV. 1060 mega electron volt is binding energy for tellurium. This energy is also written as E is equal to 1.060 into 10 raised to power 3. We may also write this energy in exponent form, that is 1.060 10 raised to power 3 mega electron volt. So dear students, we again see this numerical. There is tellurium and we are to find its binding energy. The binding energy is obtained with the help of mass of the constituent nucleons and mass given in the periodic table, and that difference will become, that is total mass of the nucleon, that is mass of the tellurium given in the table. So this is number of protons, this is number of neutrons, that is mass of 52 protons, that is mass total 74 neutrons. So total mass of 126 nucleons is 127.042, and the mass which we are given in the table 125.9033. So this mass defect for tellurium, and this will go into energy. Then how much energy is obtained from this mass? We know that 1 U gives 931.5 MeV, so 1.1387 U will give this amount of energy. So that is known as binding energy of tellurium. Thank you very much. So students, now we are taking another numerical of 19th chapter, and that is 19.7. In this numerical, we are given radium. Radium is radioactive element, is its number of atoms 2.666 into 10 raised to power 21 per gram. Means radium contains 2.666 into 10 power 21 atoms in 1 gram. So this is initial nuclei of radium, and it will decay with half-life of 1622 years. After 1622 years, its half nuclei will go into daughter nuclei, so that is half-life of radioactive element. Radium has half-life 1622 years. We are required to find its decay constant, lambda, and then its activity. Activity of the sample. So how to find decay constant for radium? So we need to write down half-life of radium. Half-life of radium is 1622 years. And this half-life will be converted into second. One thing to be noted, that 1 year, as I previously solved this technique, that 1 year has how many seconds? 1 year means 365 days, 24 hours, 3600 seconds. So that is total number of seconds in 1 year. So 1 year means how many seconds? 3.15 into 10 raised to power 7 seconds. So here we have half-life 1622 years, and this half-life will be converted into seconds. So that is, this may be written as 1.622 into 10 raised to power 3. 1622 years, or 1.622 10 raised to power 3. So that is to be multiplied with 3.15 into 10 raised to power 7. So student, that will be total number of seconds in 1622 years. So that is equal to, so this is half-life of radium in seconds. We multiply 1.622 into 3.15, so that becomes 5.11 into 10 raised to power 3 and 7. So this is half-life of radium. So there is half-life of radium. We know that half-life of radium multiplied by lambda is equal to 0.693, or decay constant will be 0.693 divided by lambda, half-life. Half-life is 0.693 divided by 5.11. So that comes out to be 1.135 10 raised to power minus 10 per second. That is 0.135 into 10 raised to power minus 10 per second is decay constant of radium. So this decay constant may also be written as 1.35 10 raised to power minus 11 per second. So that is the decay constant of the element radium. So now we are finding its activity of the sample. Now activity of the sample. This is again rate of decay, delta n upon delta t, that is equal to n total nuclei as given 2.666 into 10 raised to power 26 multiplied by the decay constant of the radium. Number of nuclei taken initially 2.666 into 10 raised to power 21 multiplied by decay constant 1.35 10 raised to power minus 11. So that will be the activity of the element radium, which is 3.6 the unit will be disintegration per second. So this is the activity 3.6 into 10 raised to power 10 disintegrations per second is the activity of the sample. So this is your answer of this numerical. Here again I repeat, there is radium which has initial number of nuclei 2.666 into 10 raised to power 21, and it will decay with half-life 1622 years. This half-life is to be converted into seconds when we multiply this value with seconds of 1 year. 1 year has 3.15 10 raised to power 7 seconds, and we apply this equation, half-life of radioactive element into decay constant of the element. Their product should be equal to 0.693. So lambda of that radium is 0.693 divided by half-life of radium. So half-life of that element is 5.11 10 raised to power 7. So we have divided this 0.693 with its half-life. So we get lambda 1.35 10 raised to power minus 11 seconds. So that is the decay constant for radium. Similarly, we find its activity of this sample. Rate of decay n into delta lambda, that is number of nuclei, that is decay constant, we multiplied this, so that is the disintegration. Its unit is disintegration per second. So that is all about the number, numerical number 19.7. So inshallah next time we will start a new topic, that is nuclear reaction and types of nuclear reaction. So